The court also determined that due process applies to the impeachment process. It laid down the following due process requirements in impeachment proceedings. First, the articles of impeachment or resolution must include evidence when shared with the House members, especially those who are considering its endorsement. Second, the evidence should be sufficient to prove the charges in the articles of impeachment. Third, the articles of impeachment and the supporting evidence should be available to all members of the House of Representatives, not only to those who are being considered to endorse. Fourth, the respondent in the impeachment complaint should have been given a chance to be heard on the articles of impeachment and the supporting evidence to prove the charges prior to its transmittal to the Senate, despite the number of endorsements from House members. The House of Representatives must be given reasonable time to reach their independent decision of whether they will endorse an impeachment complaint. The court, however, has the power to review whether this period is sufficient, but petitioner, who invokes the court's power to review, should prove that officials failed to perform their duties properly. Sixth, the basis of any charge must be for impeachable acts or omissions committed in relation to their office and during the current term of the impeachable officer. For the President and Vice President, these acts must be sufficiently grave, amounting to the crimes described in Article 11, Section 2, or a betrayal of public trust given by the majority of the electorate. For the other impeachable officers, the act must be sufficiently grave that they undermine and outweigh the respect for their constitutional independence and autonomy. And seventh, to ensure that respondent in the impeachment complaint is heard under the requirements of due process in the procedure under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 4, the House of Representatives is required to A. Provide a copy of the articles of impeachment and its accompanying evidence to the respondent to give him or her an opportunity to respond within a reasonable period to be determined by the House rules. The Constitution only requires an opportunity to be heard. It is up to the respondent to waive this fundamental right and opt to present his or her evidence at the Senate trial. And B. Make the articles of impeachment with its accompanying evidence and the comment of the respondent available to all members of the House of Representatives. It is the House, not 1/3 of the House, that has the sole prerogative to initiate impeachment complaints. Thus, there must be some modicum of deliberations so that each member representing their constituents can be heard and thus convince others of their position. The transmittal will only take place upon the qualified vote of 1/3 of the House. We quote from the final note of the unanimous decision.